Jay-Z doesn't want the courts to be able to use rappers' lyrics against them. Like, what the hell? What's going on here? I mean,
Hmm.
Fat Joe spoke to it as well. Uh, Meek Mill, Rouse, they're all backing it, right? And I get it. I get it to one extent where they're saying this is only being done against rappers because I think in the article you sent me, they spoke to Johnny Cash, one of his lyrics, and I could be misquoting here, but he basically said he shot someone just to watch, just to watch them die. He
Drove down to Reno just to watch somebody die.
so what's up with that? So I understand the hypocrisy there, but at the same time, it's like, why are you saying these things in your song in the first place? Like, just don't be super detailed. I think that everybody has a right to tell their story. Hell, it's their story. If I can't tell it, who's gonna tell it for me, right? But I'm not about to. If there's an open case that I'm aware of, and the cops are struggling, or maybe it just got started, I don't know. I'm not about to freaking narrate the thing on a
Right.
beat. Like, come on. Like, are you kidding me? That guy, Thicke, that little kid, this is why he's in jail now,
Right.
doing
Right.
forever and a day from that song, The Race. So there's levels to this. Yes, your stories speak to it, but you can't be given day, time, place, temperature, what you were wearing. Come on.
I mean, it was Jay-Z and a bunch of other artists. I think they also named Meek Mill. I think Yo Gotti was part of the people that signed it as well. Robin Thicke, I think, was another person that signed it as well. And there's an official name for the bill. There's an official name for it. It's in the article.
Oh.
Got it?
Proposed bill named Rap Music on Trial.
Okay. So yeah, that's why I wanted you to read it. That's why I wanted you to read it, right?
That's so funny. Rap
So the
Music on
name of the
Trial.
bill, the
Yeah,
name of the
yeah.
bill that they're pushing is called Rap Music on Trial. Which, listen, there's good, there's pros and cons. People are obviously going to feel on one side or another. The artists are obviously going to be all for this. That's why you're going to have people like Robin Thicke, a random name there, signing on and getting on there as well, right? But the thing about it is, like, if you're dumb enough to lay out realistic details of crimes, you could talk about your life. If your life involved killing, you can absolutely talk about the killing that you saw as well. But if you actually did the killing, or if you actually did the kidnapping, you can leave that part out of the song. Or here's an idea. Why not just make the song about somebody else? Why not have plausible deniability? That way, when you're in court, instead of them being pulling up your lyrics and them saying, listen, you said that I did this. You said I did. You could say, listen, that was a fictitious story that I made up about a fictional character. That was just a story that I made up. You have plausible deniability. People want clout so bad. And this is such a great topic for people in Toronto to be listening to as well, because this seems to be where rap was headed. It's kind of diverted away from that a little bit now because some of the people have gone to jail, I guess, and some of them are not here, I guess, that were making that music. But it's diverted a little bit from that, but it was going towards that angle of I did this and I'll smoke my dead ops, which I still don't get what that line means, and I'll do all this other stuff to you. And then you want to be mad when you get pulled into court and they use that against you. You're the one that decided to say it, man. You're the one who decided to put it in, like you wrote it down and reread it and edited it and probably crossed out a part and said, no, I want to use this word instead. Like
Forget
you
that.
took
They,
time.
they they did multiple takes. So like, nah, let me say that again. I can say it better.
I could say it with more anger. Yeah, like we know how the
Wow.
recording process and the writing process goes. It's not something where you just say it one time and that's it. It worked. You know what I mean? You had to have said this multiple times, and on top of that, multiple people must have heard it as well.
Not one person said, "Hey, this is a bad idea."
So we going through all of these steps of dumb shit, and then you go and get caught for the dumb shit, and then you want to go and say, "Oh no, you can't use my lyrics against me." You can't do it. How are you going to do that, man? It's like going to rob. It's like a man that I heard that went to go rob the bank, and he successfully robbed the bank and then proceeded to walk outside the bank and try to deposit the money into the ATM into his account outside of the same bank he just robbed.
This is a bunch of different levels of stupid. Continuing on that, it's not like it hasn't happened before. So it's like you've seen somebody else get knocked because they used their lyrics against them. And you're like, hey, you know what? I know they went to jail for this, but that ain't gonna happen to me. What the hell? And Robin Thicke, he wants to be black so bad. Like he wants to be black so bad. Like this has nothing to do with him. Not even in the same realm.
You
Like
never
he
heard
doesn't
the
even
track where Robin Thicke was talking about smoking out his dead ops? You
he
never heard
doesn't
that track?
even hang around people that even pretend to do these things. Like this has nothing to do. He just wants to be down so bad. Damn, Robin, you thirsty. You thirsty, my dude.
No
Shoot.
ops without you. Can't shoot myself.
Like
How does it feel?
that song's fire though. But
Thank
look,
you.
I get this. I understand why they would, push back because of the hypocrisy. If you're gonna do it for one, do it for all. That part I understand. The rest of it is just baloney. Baloney. Because it's real simple to not have this law apply to you. Like you said, A, just leave that part out, or B, create a fictitious character. Simple. You could even describe it to the T. It wasn't me. It was Johnny Two Toes. You could check my feet. I got more than two toes. I'm not Johnny Two Toes. Like this is so easy. But
It, they'd rather go about it by trying to pass a bill to do it. And listen, the intentions are great. And I understand what they're saying about Johnny Cash. And I think they even, another example the article gave was an artist by the name of David Byrne. And he called himself a psychotic killer in one of his songs. Listen, I've never heard either one of these songs, the Johnny Cash or the David Byrne song. But those two lines, if that's the best examples that you are bringing to your court case, if that is your defense for saying that lyrics should not be used against artists, that's horrible. You're gonna lose.
and
You're gonna lose.
the other thing too is these artists are committing crimes. So if you're in a court of law for an alleged crime, nigga, why are you committing crimes? Because the best example that comes to my mind is Eminem. He has 2 songs where he talked about murdering his wife. This nigga should be
Yeah.
under the jail.
Yeah. Right. But that obviously wasn't a true story. He wrote it as a story. And even Stan is a story too about a fictitious character killing his wife and writing letters to Eminem. And they couldn't bring charges on it. Why? Because it's a fictitious story. You can't
Also,
charge somebody for
Eminem
not
ain't
it's not
out
real.
here committing crimes. Like
What I'm saying, he did say
with
some
the
pretty
law.
crazy shit. He did say some pretty crazy shit out here. But you're right, because he's not portraying himself as somebody who lives that lifestyle.
People are watching him like that. You know what I mean?
People understand that it's lyrics. People understand that it's lyrics. But these, not only are these rappers trying to portray the image, but they'll even say it themselves that the lyrics are real. They'll say it themselves.
I live all my rhymes.
Yes.
How dumb can you be? I'm sick of it.
You can't be mad when you put yourself in a situation, and that is a line that I have said multiple times. When you put yourself in that situation, you cannot be mad at the consequences of it. That's all it is.
Yo, Jay, I know you don't care for this line, which is still mind-boggling because it's a super dope line. But Jay said, what? Can't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. Jay-Z, you are arguing with fools, and I can't tell who is who. This is not a group that I would lump myself into. I'm sorry.
Right.
This I would not want to be. I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. You guys, I'm busy that day. Maybe get my people talk to your people maybe next month. I'm not getting involved in that. Are you crazy?
The main argument that people had was that there are people who have been sent to jail just based off of their lyrics. Like no other evidence. It's just based off their lyrics. And that's what people have a problem with. So that's a small side to it. And I totally get that. But if you think for 1 second that changes my fucking stance on anything that I said during this video, you are out of your mind. Because I still stand by the fact that just don't put it in the song.
And just based off your lyrics, No,
If
that
you're
that
out here saying that it's true and this is the life that you're living, and then the prosecutor says that you said that this is true and those are your lyrics, I don't understand where the anger comes from. I don't.
well, viewing public, I'm a little angry. I'm a little angry that this is a cause, but hey, BLM. What are your thoughts here?
What?
What are your thoughts here? This is what this.
That
I don't
was
know,
that
Robin.
was
This
so
this
racist.
this is
That
what
was so
Robin. This is what
racist.
Robin Thicke is saying.
He
Robin,
probably is saying
they're
that.
like,
That's
yo,
probably what I
BLM,
think.
man, BLM.
He doesn't even know what he's fighting for.
Has
He
zero
saw
idea.
he saw a bunch of black artists signing a paper. And he said, "Yo, where can I sign to?
What can I get?
I
How
want
can
to
I get
be in on
involved
this,
in
guys.
this?
I want to be on it. I lost my black wifey. I need to get back into the gang.
Somehow. Viewing public, what are your thoughts on this, man? Click the video icon, click the subscribe icon, and let's keep it moving.